Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well. And I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 6 English lesson on helping verbs. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username, as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts. We're doing grade 6. And in the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of, not the lessons, but before we go into the lessons, the chapter that we will be doing today is, we'll be doing helping verbs. So we're selecting the subject of English language arts, grade 6, and then we scroll down up until we get to our chapter of helping verbs. All right. So our chapter is helping verbs. Our subject is English language arts. We're doing grade 6. And then the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of helping verbs is to identify main verbs and helping verbs. So we're going to identify the main verbs and we're going to identify the helping verbs. Sorry. All right. All right. So before we even go on to what a helping verb is, right? A verb, as in the main verb. A verb, which is the main verb, it's a doing word. It's the action that something or someone is doing. So the verb, it basically tells us the action that either a person or thing is doing. That is a verb. That is the main verb, right? So a main verb is the action that either someone or something is doing. That is the main verb. But now our focus today is helping verbs, right? And if we really listen to the word helping verbs, then it means that our whatever word we are going to be talking about now, that word is going to be helping our main verb to basically show the action that is being done. So when it comes to helping verbs, right? A helping verb, it comes before a main verb. So the main verb, it's basically the action that is being done. You are jumping, you are running, you are rolling, eating. That is the main verbs, right? And then the word that comes before the main verb that helps the main verb to show the action, right? It is words like maybe was eating, is eating, will be eating, has eaten, have eaten, does eat, those type of things. So we're going to find out about what our main verbs are, what our helping verbs are, what are our common helping verbs, and we're also going to find out about model verbs. But for now, the main verb shows the action that is being done, whether it's running and jumping and rolling, right? And then our helping verb, it comes before the main verb, right? So the helping verb comes before the main verb. I think for now, that is important. And the helping verb, right? It helps the main verb to show the action. And if we look at an example, right? Here it says, I am resting. I am resting. So resting is our main verb. I'm going to put V for main verb. So resting is our main verb. It's what you are doing. And then we have the word am. That is our helping verb. I'm going to put HV for helping verb. So resting is our verb. That is something that you are doing. And the helping verb that comes before the main verb that basically shows or helps the main verb to show the action that is being done is am. So am is the helping verb within the sentence, and our main verb is resting. So the helping verb is am, and our main verb is resting. Right? And if we look at the few common verbs, right, or the common helping verbs, if we look at a few common helping verbs, some common helping verbs, when it comes to forms of to be, then we can say it is am. It's like saying I am, they are, he or she is, he or she was, they were, and then the action follows after that. And then we have our forms of to have. And our helping verbs of to have is has, have, had. Those are our helping verbs. And that is what I'm saying. It's going to be has, have, had, and our main verb will follow after these words. And then we have forms of to do. And then our helping verbs are do, does, did, and the that I'm making mention of will be followed by the main verb. But these common helping verbs, right, are words that you will find before our main verb. And they basically help the main verb to show the action. They show the action that the person or the thing is doing, right? Then we have modal verbs. Then we have modal verbs. And our modal verbs are words like can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, and must. And these are also verbs or helping verbs, right? That will come before our main verb. Can dance, could, may have, and so on. Might eat, will jump. These are words that will basically come before a main verb. And once again, it will help the main verb to show the action within a sentence. And remember, when it comes to helping verbs, right? Helping verbs, they always go before the main verb. So the helping verb, which is either one of these words or one of these words, they always come before the main verb. But sometimes the two words will not always be next to each other. Sometimes you're not always going to have am next to resting, for example. You're not always going to have the helping verb immediately next to the main verb. Because sometimes you'll maybe have an adverb between the two words. And an example of that is it says, I am finally resting. So, am is our helping verb, resting is our main verb, and here we have a word in between, right? But still, am is our helping verb, and resting is the main verb. But the helping verb is still in front, or it still comes before the main verb, right? So once again, a helping verb comes before a main verb, and the helping verb, it helps the main verb to show the action. And some of our common helping verbs are words like am, are, is, was, were. And these words comes before our main verb. Has, have, had. Do, does, did, they come before the main verb. Can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must comes before the main verb. And remember, the helping verb always comes before the main verb. It might not always be next to each other, but the helping verb will be in front of, or let's say before the main verb, right? All right. So now here we have three sentences, right? We need to select the helping verb and the main verb, right? So we're going to select the helping verb. I'm going to put the helping verb and the main verb. So select the helping verb and the main verb. So here you're going to select the helping verb and you're going to select the main verb. All right. It says, soda does contain unhealthy amounts of sugar, unfortunately. Soda does contain unhealthy amounts of sugar, unfortunately. Sorry. What before we identify the helping verb, what is our main verb in the sentence? What is our main verb within the sentence? It says soda does contain unhealthy amounts of sugar. We need to select the main verb first within that sentence. And if we were to select the main verb within that sentence, and then our main verb will be contain. So contain is our main verb. So we're going to write here contain. Oopsie. Now, what is our helping verb within that sentence? Remember, we said that the helping verb, it comes before our main verb. So if contain is our main verb, then what is our helping verb within that sentence? And if we were to select our helping verb within that sentence, and then our helping verb would be does. So does is our helping verb. So it would be soda does contain unhealthy amounts of sugar, unfortunately. So the main verb within that sentence is contain, and our helping verb within that sentence is does. So does contain, right? Guys, does everybody understand? Can I still continue? Everybody still okay? All right, as long as you guys are okay. Do we understand helping verbs? Do we understand what a main verb is? Or should I go over what a helping verb is? All right, let's look at the next one. The next sentence is the nurse was taking the patient's temperature every hour. The nurse was taking the patient's temperature every hour. We need to select the main verb first, and then we are going to select the helping verb. And if we were to select the main verb, right, then we can say our main verb is taking. And if we were to select our helping verb, then we can say it is was. So was taking. So was is our helping verb and taking is our main verb. And the last one, before we go to A plus students.ca, and then we are going to do our test. Number 3 says, we should clean the fancy silverware before the holiday dinner. So we should clean the fancy silverware before the holiday dinner. What is our main verb within that sentence? Our main verb. And if we were to select our main verb, we would say clean is our main verb. And if we were to select our helping verb, then should is our helping verb. Should is our model verb. All right. So these are our helping verb as well as our main verb. I said the main verb is the action within a sentence, and the helping verb, right? The helping verb, it basically helps the main verb to show the action within a sentence, right? All right. So now we're going on to aplusstudents.ca. Probably going to do one more activity and then we are going onto our test. So we're going to identify main verbs and helping verbs. All right, so let us do these three more activities and then we are going on to our test. Before we do that, once again, we said a helping verb, it comes before a main verb and it helps the main verb to show the action. And our helping verbs are words like am, are, is, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did, and these words. And remember, our helping verb always comes before our main verb. It doesn't have to be directly next to each other, but as long as the helping verb is before our main verb. All right, so here we're going to select the helping verb. We need to select the helping verb within that sentence. It says the taxi can take you to the airport for an extra charge. So the taxi can take you to the airport for an extra charge. What is the helping verb within that sentence? The helping verb. The taxi can take you to the airport for an extra charge. And if we were to select the helping verb, then we would say the helping verb is, remember, the taxi can take you to the airport for an extra charge. So it will be can. That's our helping verb. Can take. All right, we need to select the main verb. The past century has seen many wonderful new inventions such as the internet. We need to select the main verb. And if we were to select the main verb, then our main verb would be seen. Our helping verb is has. Has seen, but our main verb is seen. And if we were to select our main verb in the next one, you may help yourself to some apricots. And our main verb is help. Helping verb is may. All right. So now we're going on to our test, right? We're going to do our test. And keeping in mind, our main verb is the action within a sentence. And a helping verb, it helps the main verb to show the action. And you'll basically find the helping verb before, or the helping verb basically comes before the main verb within a sentence. All right, so now we're going on to our test. We need to select the main verb within our sentence, the main verb. It says, Mr. Moreno had advised them about their business in the past. So Mr. Moreno had advised them about their business in the past. What is our main verb in the sentence? Is it option 1, advised, or option 2, about? And if we were to select the correct option, then yes, we will choose option 1, advise. That is our main verb. Well done. Option 1 is correct. The next one says we need to select the helping verb. The taxi can take you to the airport for an extra charge. We must select the helping verb. Is it can, option 1, or take, option 2? And if we were to select the helping verb, then yes, can is our helping verb that comes before our main verb, which is take. So well done. We need to select the main verb within the sentence. It says, we should clean the fancy silverware before the holiday dinner. So we should clean the fancy silverware before the holiday dinner. Is it option 1, clean, or option 2, fancy? right, and if we were to select our main verb, then clean is our main verb. So well done. Let's go on to the next one. It says we need to select the main verb within the sentence. It says the sun will rise at 6:23 tomorrow morning. The sun will rise at 6:23 tomorrow morning. We need to select our main verb. Is it will, option 1, or is it rise, option 2? And if we were to select our main verb, then yes, rise is our main verb, will is our helping verb. Well done. All right, we need to select the main verb within that sentence. It says Mrs. Moran could explain the symbol's meaning. We need to select the main verb. Is it option 1, could, or option 2, explain? Which one is the main verb? And our main verb, if we were to select our main verb, then our main verb is explain. Our helping verb is could. The main verb is explain. The next one says Katie and Jake are designing clothes for a fashion show. So Katie and Jake are designing clothes for a fashion show. And if we were to select the main verb, is it option 1, designing, or option 2, clothes? And if we were to select the main verb, then option 1, designing is the action. All right, let's do the last one. We need to select the helping verb. This is the last one. You must handle the chemicals carefully at all times. We need to select the helping verb. Is it must or is it handle? Must or handle? All right, and if we were to select our helping verb, then must is our helping verb, handle is our main verb. Well done, everybody. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on helping verbs. We said that our main verb shows the action within a sentence, and our helping verb is a word that comes before our main verb and it helps the main verb to show the action, right? Our helping verb always comes before our main verb. It doesn't have to be directly next to each other, but it must be before our main verb. All right, so this is the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, grade sixes, for joining the class. Thank you very much for interacting. And I really hope that you do have a better understanding of what helping verbs are and how to identify it. All right, so thank you very much, everybody. You must have a good evening further. So, till next time, goodbye.